Hello everyone, this is Manipulator, and today I want to continue my series on lower security ABUS locks, and today we have the TI12 for you. TI probably stands for titanium, so you can see the metal is a little different, and just like this little 4-pinner here, it has a security rating of 3, even though it's a 5-pinner. So this might mean that either the pinning in here is simpler, maybe there aren't any security pins in there, or it's just because the material is different, because obviously in security you cannot only take into account the pickability, you have to take into account all kinds of measures people might take to open these locks. So drill resistance and whatever else have you. So let's have a look into this. Maybe I can open it for us today and see what's inside, so we can figure out why the 5-pin version titanium has the same security rating as the 4-pin version C50 door cylinder. Let's see what the TI12 can do. All right. I'll get this into the vise and then let's see how long it's gonna take us out, keep us out. First of all, I have to say it's really light. It's not heavy at all. Compared to the smaller cylinder here, it weighs about half, I would say. Okay. Is there a particular side that I have to be aware of, like front, back, A and B side, it says on the wrapping, but they seem to be identical. Doesn't say A or B on this side, but here it says Wetter, which is German and means weather. So maybe that's the weather side, maybe that's outside. So let us pick this side. If that's the outside, it should be the more secure side as well, because I mean, if they picked the lock from the inside, something must have gone wrong, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at the keyway. If we also compare that to the other version from last time, the keyway is almost identical. The only difference, let me zoom in here, is that on the titanium version, there's another little edge up here, and there's another little notch down here. So that might interfere with picking if you get stuck on it and you put too much pressure on it. But otherwise, they're very similar profiles. And also, of course, the notch here you have to go from the left angle, and here you would have to go from the right angle if you cannot fit your pick on top of it right away. Okay, so some differences already. Let's see what it takes to get inside this ABUS titanium and why it seems to make such a difference to the ABUS C50, which has 1 pin less but the same security rating. Okay, let's see. Nothing on 5. That was 4. 4 seemed to be binding. Back to the back. Alright. That was 1. Nothing on 2. Little counter rotation on 3. Force binding. Got it now. Okay, back to the beginning. Counter rotation on 1. Come on. Didn't want to. And we lost number 4, I think it was, which should be a standard. got it. Okay, nothing else on 1, 2, 3, 4 is good. Count rotation on 5. And we're open. Okay, so let's have a look inside and check out why this was rated so much lower. I should have a pinning shoe. I mean, you got in quite quickly, so maybe the pinning is simpler than it was in the C50. So let's have a look at what was inside of this lock. Whoop. Let's zoom in. So we had, actually that was a bad idea. Let's zoom out because optical zoom doesn't do anything, does it? We have these key pins and 4 spools and 1 standard. You can see that the key pins seem to be beveled at the end. Does it do it? Does it do it? Well, you can tell a little bit that they are kind of beveled, but there seems to be nothing special about the spools. No, I don't see anything special. Okay, so the pinning was actually simpler. Let me just double check if those are magnetic. Do like one of those cool magnets that everyone else has, but I do have a light with magnets in the back. So let's see, those springs, they're magnetic for sure. They seem to be steel, and the pins could be steel, but to be honest, they're not really interacting with the magnet as strongly as I would have thought. You can see they're somewhat attracted, but not very much. Can maybe roll it around, it even sticks to it a little bit. So might be all steel, might also be some kind of mix in there. Certainly this magnet usually is strong enough, so I think these aren't all steel. Okay, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the little comparison, and I think it's a fair assumption by ABUS to say that this 4-pinner, which was much more exciting, I'll link the video in the description, in terms of pins, is the same security rating as this titanium. Also because probably titanium might be easier to destroy. I think we saw that with the lockpicking alloy and gallium, that there is an interaction that people who like their locks don't like to happen, and I think the material is so light, it's probably going to be softer and easier to open by force. Okay, that's all from me. Manipulator says bye bye, see you in the next one.